Hello, this is Don Hammock, Sports Information Director at Mississippi Gulf Coast. Welcome to another exciting edition of Bulldog Blitz. After a big win against number 3 Colin, Bulldogs win 21-7 at newly renovated AMA Memorial Stadium. Tonight, we'll talk with head coach Chad Huff and some of his players about the win. We'll also take a look at linebacker Reggio Dean, his maturity in his second year at Mississippi Gulf Coast. And last, we'll talk with Coach Wendell Weathers and Davion Cole-Johnson from the Mississippi Gulf Coast men's basketball team about the upcoming season. We're on the field with Mississippi Gulf Coast head coach Chad Huff. Chad, this felt a little bit like old-time Gulf Coast football defense and rushing.
Yeah, it did, man. It was a big win. Proud of this football team. Proud of their effort. They were valued to me. Just the overall team effort as a whole, defensively, offensively, special teams. It did. I tell you, we played a lot of emotion. I forgot guys played hard coming out of the gate. Defensively, I tell you, had an outstanding showing tonight. Controlling line of scrimmage. We told the guys this week, we challenged the O-line as well as the D-line that let's control the line of scrimmage. Let's be the most physical football team this week. The most physical football team's gonna win the football game. And I thought, we did that on both sides of the football. Got the run game going. Had some big plays in the run game. There towards the end, it kind of started weighing on a little bit. We started, able to move the chains and run some clock and keep the defense off the field. And that's the name of the game, is keep that defense off and keep them fresh. And when they're fresh, they're awful daggone good. Played great tonight. A lot of pressure on the quarterback, Steve and Stevon, and Neil did a tremendous job. And heck, our guys just played hard tonight. They played up to their potential, and it was a big win tonight. And believed in this team the whole time. And we built off those 2 losses. Now we got to build off this win as well. And real proud of the effort. And can't say enough about the guys tonight.
Last 2 weeks, we kind of talked about finishing and not finishing, and this week it's 7-7 going into the fourth quarter. And you finish.
That's right. We told the guys it's going to be a 60-minute ball game. And Colin's a really good football team, number 3 in the country. Very talented football team. And, just history has shown the last 2 times we played them, it's come down to overtime in the last play of the game. And, in the locker room at halftime, it's 7-7, and kids were the look in their eye was, you could tell they were ready to play 30 more minutes when they came out, and they believed in each other and were confident in the fact we came out here and played the way we played the first half, and we'll make some plays. Just keep fighting, keep playing hard, and something good's going to happen. And we did a good job taking care of the football tonight. Defensively, gosh, man, created some turnovers. I know we had that one before half. I'll take that one. I hated that. We just wanted to come up with some points there. Had a one-on-one situation. We took a shot there. But, last that one turnover, we took care of the football. And anytime we can do that, we got a chance to win every football game we play.
Had explosive play in the running game, one in the passing game, and one on defense.
Yeah, I tell you, tonight was, defined the ways, our plan to win. That's to create explosives, and we did that. Eliminate the explosives. Don't turn the football over. Create turnovers and play well in the special teams and win the fourth quarter. And tonight we did that, obviously, going into the fourth quarter 7-7 and finding a way to win it. And I'm just proud of this team where we finished.
Chad, you're 1-0 in the South. That's a big result for you tonight.
Yeah, that was our goal to begin with. Is that is to start off. We were 0-0 going into this football game, and I told the kids, let's find a way to win this football game. Let's be 1-0 in the South Division. Got everything in front of us that we want. South Division play starting now. That's all we're worried about. Big game next week with playoff team from last year in East Central. Got to go on the road again, and we got to get back. Let's correct mistakes off this football tape. Let's 24-hour rule. I told the guys tonight, let's enjoy this win, but let's come back humble. Let's leave our feelings outside the door when we go in those meeting rooms, and let's be coachable. And we made a ton of mistakes tonight, a lot of penalties. We got to clean up. But after all that, I think we had a couple touchdowns called back tonight on a couple penalties, and just not playing smart. If we can get that corrected, be more disciplined. We're still not there yet. That's what I like about this football team is we still I only think we still got a lot of improvement and think we continue to get better. So that's our goal this week. Continue, our fight here in the South Division play, which is tough schedule, and we're going to keep pressing on and keep working.
I think that's probably the most encouraging thing about tonight. You win 21-7 over the number 3 team in the country, and you got some things to clean up, some things to get better, so you've got more potential there to reach.
Exactly, and I like it. We got to keep getting better, correct our mistakes, and let's try to be a better football team next week. I think we've a lot better than we were from game 1 to where we are now, and our goal is let's get as good as we can for this game 4, and let's find a way to win this football game at East Central, which I know I'll be prepared and have a good game plan for us, and they'll play us hard and try to, it's not going, they ain't going to give it to us, so we're going to have to go up there and play really well.
Thank you, Chad. Enjoy tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We're on the field with Mississippi Gulf Coast running back T-Rod Daniels. T-Rod, you had a bunch of explosive plays tonight. Talk about your 75-yard touchdown run.
I had told Coach, I was like, Coach, if Derek just give it to me one more time. Because it was coming off a quarter. The beginning of the second quarter, he gave it to me in the first quarter. So I was like, Coach, it's there. I see it. I just got to stay play side. So he said, all right, get in there. I told Lion, just give me a little push. I'm gone. I said, we're going to be out. He said, they were like, all right, we got you. So when I came, I seen the hole. And little Western night down in my feet, I had came out. Brandon had it with a good block. I give it all to my offensive line, for G, coming through for me.
We're on the field with Gulf Coast wide receiver Jonathan Nance. Jonathan, what happened on your big touchdown play?
Well, first, I know we were pounding the ball the whole time trying to make plays. And it was the fourth quarter. I knew we needed to play, and I wanted to be the one to make it. Because big-time players make big-time plays, big-time games. So I just knew I had to do it. And my team, Kayla made a good throw, and everybody been doing a good job. The line was blocked. And I guess God wanted me to make the play.
You guys, the last couple of weeks, haven't finished so well tonight. 7-7 going in the fourth quarter, and you pull out a 21-7 win. What does that mean for the team?
Well, it means everything, because we've been changing up things around how we do things, practicing harder but shorter, and we just wanted to make sure that we can go as hard as we can with fresh legs in the game and finish strong, because I know the coaches want it bad, and we want it as bad as them, and they only could do so much, so we had to finish strong.
Thanks a lot, Jonathan. Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
We're on the field with Justin Stewart. Justin, you had a big night tonight, had a big touchdown return. What happened on the play?
Coaches gave a good call. It was supposed to be it was a blitz, and the D-linemen that played hard, and they got back there where the quarterback was. And somehow they got the ball to force the fumble, and I was right there at the right time to pick up the fumble. And I just ran into the end zone and scooped and scored.
How big was this win for you guys tonight?
It was a big win. We had we wasn't as a team for the past 2 games, and this game everybody was a team, and we did our own role. We played our own job and executed all the plays.
We've had a couple tough losses to Colin. You were part of one last year up there in overtime. What does it feel like to get a little revenge?
It feels awesome. We had our heads were down a little bit. Our feelings, we was all in our feelings, but after we got this win, our spirit just came up a whole lot, and we still know that we still in the game to go to the state championship.
Congratulations, you're 1-0 in the South Division.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I have a baby, and I knew that I had to do something to be a good role model to her. I want to be a nurse. I want to help patients as much as I can and be in the hospital setting. The parents that are in the class, we all know what we're going through with each other, and we just, have each other's back, I guess. We help each other as much as we can, and we know that with kids, it's not so easy. We understand each other. We truly are a family.
Reggio Dean is a sophomore linebacker from Northeast Jones. He had a big night Thursday night. Let's learn more about Reggio Dean.
A whole lot smarter and a whole lot faster, Last year I did a lot of good things, but this year my main focus is to make sure that we win collectively, and it's not just about one person. And my mindset this year is getting better, not only for myself, it's for my teammates too. I can say I got 10 times smarter about the whole game of football. I can read an offense within minutes now. It's just, the man is just a complete genius. I mean, he could break down our offense so fast, and it's just the way he thinks. And I try my best every time we get in the meeting room and learn something from him. I mean, he been coaching 40 years plus, so I mean, why wouldn't I try to do my best to get everything I can from him? I mean, a coaching genius in my eyes. One thing is my awareness. Like when I go on the field, most of the time I can tell you what the offense is probably about to run before they run it. I mean, it's just like the little things, like how they line up, how their splits is on offensive line. They can tell you if it's a run or a pass. How the receiver line up, if they're going in or they're going out or they're going deep. Where the running back line up, tell you where he's going to run or if he's going to run a sweep or if he's going to run a zone. He's just so smart. You'll never think in high school the little things matter that much. It was a no-brainer. I mean, a school like this, you know, where I come from, we'll have a winning season, then maybe all right season, but when you look at the record, it speaks for itself. I mean, a team that every year either loses one game or 2 games, you know, it's just like a winning thing, a winning tradition, and then they always send guys out to bigger school. You know, a kid like me, I always dream of playing at the big stadium, and they definitely send a lot of guys up, you know, to the bigger schools. This is how I feel about it. If you come to Gulf Coast and you fail any class, it's because you're not trying. I mean, these coaches stay on you, the teachers stay on you. They make it set up to where like you're bound for success, and I'm so glad I came here because I mean, as soon as I got here, the coaches put the emphasis on it, like you got to go to class, you got to do your work, or you won't be able to play, and it just made it that simple. And just the person you are in the classroom is going to show up on the field. Like the guys who slack off in the classroom, most likely on the 4th down, not going to get the call, not going to do the right things, you know, so it just speaks for itself. I talked to a few of them. I talked to Nico this past week, and he just told me this was the best decision he made. And I also talked to Chris Johnson and Chris Robinson, Chris Robinson is having an amazing year at Delta State, and Chris Robinson, they just play Alabama. I mean, they just loved it, just like I love it, you know. So I wouldn't say confidence. It's just every night, you know, I pray, and every day I wake up, I grind, I do what I can. So I guess you can say it's confidence. It's just now I know what I have to do.
At the University of Southern Mississippi, there's no such thing as a bystander. Our students don't just attend, they engage. They don't just participate, they connect. They study, explore, prepare, persist, master. And then when it's time, they take everything they've learned, the culmination of all their experiences, and they do what Eagles are born to do. They soar.
Mississippi Gulf Coast plays an exciting brand of basketball under Coach Wendell Weathers. Let's take a look at the 2016-2017 team.
Well, Don, I'm not real sure what to expect right this minute. We've got a bunch of new kids, a bunch of young kids. We like them, they're talented, but they're tremendously inexperienced at this point in time. And so, you know, we're working hard on fundamentals and strengthening and conditioning and just seeing where we can go with all that. Well, we got 3 pretty good guys. Zach Parker is a guy that came off the bench for us last year, shot the ball really well. We're expecting big things out of him, expect him to shoot it well again this year. Ted Briscoe is kind of an undersized 4 guy that plays bigger than he is and plays really hard all the time, and he's going to be a huge contributing factor. He's a matchup problem for a lot of people. And then Davion Cole Johnson is our leading scorer coming back from last year, and we hear that he's going to be one of the top junior college players in the country, and we certainly hope he lives up to that billing. Well, Davion is tremendous in the open floor. If we can get him the ball 30, 40 feet from the basket, he's probably going to get a score, get fouled almost every time. He is an exceptional athlete. He's an athlete of the highest caliber. He could play in any conference in America from an athletic standpoint. Needs to work on his perimeter scoring just a little bit. He shoots the ball well from out there, but he's so good at getting to the rim that he doesn't really focus on those perimeter shots. So we're expecting a lot out of him. He's got to be a big leader offensively and defensively up and down the floor.
Last year was my first year being coach, and now this year I done took everything I learned from last year, and I'm building on to that, so that's making me a better player this year. He taught me how to control the ball and score better than out of going out of control and going fast paced, stuff like that.
We like all of our freshmen right now. Stacy St. Julian is doing a really good job at the point early on. Jalen Peters from Pass Christian is doing a really good job. He's a big, strong, athletic kid that can do a lot of things. And Quadarius Green from Macomb is really exceeding our expectations. He can do a lot of things that we really didn't know he could do coming in here. So, those guys, E.J. Galloway, we like them all. They're very talented, and we're just trying to get them better. Well, I think the potential is very, very good. Now, whether or not, how far we reach and where we go with it, I think is going to depend on our point guards, because we had two very good point guards last year. They're both in Division I programs this year, and that's an inexperienced spot that we have to fill, and it's probably our most important position. And so we're going to look to those point guards to really improve and really step up, and they're going to have to if we're going to be successful. Well, to be perfectly honest, I told my wife after our first scrimmage down in Florida that, that team wouldn't win 10 games, after that first October scrimmage. We went 14-15-0 before we ever lost a game, and then the game we lost was in an overtime or a shot at the buzzer. That team just gelled. They just came together. They played really hard. I don't think they overachieved. They overachieved my expectations early on, but it was a sophomore group, it was a varsity group, it was a veteran group. Those kids just worked their tails off and played really well, all the way down the stretch, and we were surprised and tickled with them.
Thank you for joining us for another edition of Bulldog Blitz. We'll see you next week after Mississippi Gulf Coast travels to Decatur to play East Central. See you next time.